To start ArcMap, if the icon is not already on your screen, go to the Start menu and choose All Programs. Locate the ArcGIS folder and click on it to expand it. Choose the ArcMap icon and click it to start the program. Once it starts, you will see this splash screen. In this Getting Started window, click on the New Maps text on the left side of the window to indicate that you want to start with a new empty map document. Click on the blank map template icon and click OK. To add data to your map, click on the Add Data button. Click on the drop-down and find the Folder Connections button. You need to add your initial folder connections so that ArcGIS knows where to find data. If this is the first time that this computer has been used with ArcGIS, this folder will be empty, and you will need to add a connection to your MGIS data folder that you had from the DVD of this book. To add a connection, click the Connect to Folder button in the Add Data window. Navigate to the folder containing your MGIS data folder. It may be in a different spot than where it is shown on this computer. Once you find the MGIS data folder, click on the folder to highlight it, and then click OK to add the connection. A list of folders appears, and in a moment you'll add some data from these folders. If necessary, click the Look In drop-down one more time to find the folder connection that you added, and click on it to open it. You should see a list of folders. Double-click the Oregon folder to open it. Then double-click the gray Oregon Data Geodatabase icon to open the geodatabase. Click on the Counties feature class to highlight it, and then click Add to add it to the map. Click on the Add Data button again. This time, double-click the Transportation feature dataset to open it. Click on the Airports feature class, then hold down the Control key and click on the Highways feature class so that you select them both. Click Add. This is the table of contents. Look at the icons directly underneath the title bar. These control the appearance of the table of contents and how it arranges the layers. The first icon, List by Drawing Order, is currently highlighted. Hover the cursor on top of an icon to see its name and what it does. You can look at how the other icons change the appearance by clicking on them. But when you're finished, make sure the first icon is once again highlighted. Click on the county's layer name. Hold down the button and drag it to the top of the list. Note that the other layers disappear from the map as the polygons are being drawn on top of them. Move the counties layer back down to the bottom of the list. Place the airports above the highways if they are not already there. Click on the Zoom In tool. Place the cursor at the upper left corner of the state and then click and drag the mouse to drag a box around a few counties. When you're finished, let go of the mouse button. Click once on the lower right corner of the map to zoom in again. To return to the full extent of the map, useful if you made a mistake or did not like the area you selected, click on the Full Extent button. Click on the Zoom Out tool and click the upper left corner of the state again. The view zooms out with the point clicked at the center. Click on the Pan tool, and then click and drag inside the display window to move the map around. Click the Go Back to Previous Extent button to undo a mistake. Click the Go to Next Extent button to reverse the effect of the Go Back button. Click on the Full Extent button again to return to the view of all of the counties. Find the scale readout on the main toolbar and click the drop-down arrow to see a list of preset scales. Choose 1 to 3 million. Click on the fixed zoom in button 2 or 3 times. It zooms into the next preset scale in the list. Click on the fixed zoom out button 2 or 3 times. It zooms to the next scale. When you're finished experimenting, click the full extent button to return to the full extent of the Oregon counties. Locate the Identify tool and click on it. Place the tool on top of one of the counties staying away from an airport or a highway and click on it. The county will flash on the screen and the Identify results box will appear. Scroll down to view the attributes of the counties and note that its name is listed at the top. Click on another county and examine its attributes. Now click on a highway to see its attributes, or an airport to see its attributes. Click on the drop-down in the Identify From window and see how you can use it to control which layer is being identified. You can close the Identify window by clicking the X in the upper right corner. Right-click the Counties layer in the Table of Contents and choose Open Attribute Table. In the table, use the scroll bar to examine the fields to the right. Then drag it back to the beginning. Hold the cursor on the right edge of the name field until it turns into a double arrow. Click and drag to increase or reduce the width of the column. Click on the Table Options button and choose Find and Replace. Click the Find tab. Type Hood in the Find What box and click Find Next. The cursor jumps to the record for the Hood River and outlines the data cell. Examine the other Find options and then close the Find and Replace window. Right-click the Pop 2000 field to display a context menu and choose Sort Descending. Scroll back up to the top of the table if necessary to find the largest county. Now right-click the Pop 2000 field again and choose Statistics to see some basic statistics for the field, along with the frequency diagram. Close the box when you're done looking. Right-click the name field and choose Freeze Unfreeze Column. Scroll to the right, noticing that the name field stays put on the left side of the table. On the table menu bar, click the Select by Attributes button to open the Select by Attributes window. In the top panel, scroll down and find the Pop 2000 field and double-click it to enter it into the lower panel. Click the Greater Than button and then type the value 100,000. Click Apply. The selected features are highlighted in the table and also on the map. Examine the bottom of the table to see how many were selected. You should see 9. Click the Clear Selection button on the table menu, and then close the Counties table by clicking the X in the upper right corner. Click on the Add Data button. You're currently in the Transportation feature dataset, so click up one level to return to the main geodatabase. Click on the Volcanoes feature class to select it and click Add. Right-click the Volcanoes layer to make the context menu appear. At the bottom, choose the Properties command. This opens the Layer Properties window. Click on the Symbology tab if necessary to show it. Then click on the Symbol button that shows the current symbol. It opens the Symbol Selector window. Click on the Triangle 1 symbol to use it. Change the color to a reddish brown and the size to 16. Click OK and then OK again to see your new symbols. Right-click the Airports layer and choose Properties. Click on the Current Symbol button to open the symbol selector. Scroll down and find the airplane symbol. Select it. Leave the color black, but increase the size to 25 points and set the angle to -45. Click OK and OK. Right-click on the Highways layer symbol, not the text, to bring up a colored context menu. Choose the black color. Do a regular left-click on the county's symbol, not the name, to open the symbol selector and choose the beige symbol. Click the outline color box and hold the cursor on top of a color until the color name appears. Set the color to the gray 20% symbol. Click OK. Right-click the Airports layer and open its properties. Click on the Labels tab. Check the box to label features in this layer. You can continue to use the name field. Change the symbol to Arial 9-point bold. Ignore the other options for now and click OK. From the main menu, choose File, Save As. If necessary, navigate to your MGIS data folder and open the Map Documents folder. Name the map Oregon Map and click Save to save it. Right-click the Airports layer name and choose Save as Layer File. Navigate up to the MGIS data folder through your folder connections if necessary. Open the Oregon folder and then type My Airports as the layer name. Click Save. Right-click on the Airports layer and choose Remove. Click the Add Data button. Navigate inside the Transportation Feature dataset by double-clicking it and choose Airports again to add it to the map. Click Add. Click on the Add Data button. Navigate up to the Oregon folder where you saved the layer file, My Airports. Select it and click Add to add it to the map. Right-click the second Airports layer that has the airplane symbol and choose Properties. Click on the Source tab and examine the Data Source box. This layer, although it's saved in the Oregon folder, is accessing the feature class in the Oregon Data geodatabase. Click Cancel to close the Layer Properties window. Click on the Save button to save the current map document. Then click the New Map File button on the main toolbar to open a new map document. Scroll down to the ANSI section and find the letter ANSI A Portrait template. Click on it and click OK. Click on the small Data View button in the lower left of the map frame. Click the Add Data button. Navigate up to the MGIS data folder and then double-click the USA folder to open it. Choose the US example layer file and click Add. Click on the Zoom In tool and zoom into the western United States. State capitals and rivers should appear. If they don't, you can zoom in a little more. Right-click the Capitals layer and choose Properties. Click on the General tab. Examine the Scale Range property. Capitals will only be shown when the user has zoomed in below a scale of 1 to 40 million. Click Cancel. Locate the Map Scale box on the main toolbar. Click in it and type 40 million with or without the commas. Then press the Enter key. The map will zoom to that scale. Click on the fixed Zoom Out button. The capitals and rivers disappear. Click the fixed Zoom In button and they will appear again. Click the Zoom In button a few more times until the labels for the capitals appear. Go to the fixed Zoom In button again and click on it. Keep clicking until the interstates and the river labels appear. Then continue to zoom in until the counties appear. They will be symbolized by their native population. Place the cursor on top of the county and wait. A small label pops up to show the name of the county. These are called map tips. Double-click on the county's layer to open its properties and click the Display tab. Examine the settings and find the Show Map Tips checkbox. Then click on the Symbology tab. Instead of a single symbol, this layer is displaying the percentage of Native Americans. Examine the settings, but don't change anything. Click Cancel to close the Properties window. Use File, Save As. Save the document in the Map Documents folder and name it US Frames. In the lower left corner of the map, click on the Layout View button to switch to Layout View. On the Draw toolbar, click on the Select Elements tool. Click inside the data frame. The blue handles indicate that it is selected. Place the cursor on the lower middle handle and click and drag to resize the data frame to occupy the top half of the page. In the table of contents, click twice slowly on the layer's name to edit it. Type United States for the new layer name and press Enter. From the main menu bar, choose Insert Data Frame. When it appears, click inside it and drag it to the lower half of the page. Resize it to occupy the lower half by clicking and dragging on the blue handles. In the table of contents, find the new data frame name. Click on it twice slowly to rename it and set the name to World. Press Enter. Make sure that the World data frame is the active frame. Its name is in boldface type. Click on the Add Data button. Navigate to the MGIS data folder and then to the World folder. Find the country shapefile, click it, and click Add to add it to the map. In the table of contents, right-click on the United States data frame name and choose Activate to make it the active frame. Click on the Full Extent button to zoom to the entire feature class. Click on the Zoom In tool and carefully draw a rectangle around the lower 48 states. They will zoom to fit inside the data frame. Click on the Data View button in the lower left corner of the map to return to Data View. You should see the United States because it's currently the active frame. Find the World data frame, right-click it, and choose Activate. The view changes to the World data frame. Click the Layout View button once more to return to the Layout page. Double-click the World data frame in the table of contents to open its properties. Click on the Coordinate System tab and examine the coordinate system. Note its name and its units. Close the window when you're done looking at it. Find the United States data frame and double-click it to open its properties. Examine its coordinate system as well, and then close the window. Double-click on the World data frame and view the Coordinate System tab. Find the Projected Coordinate Systems folder and expand it by clicking the plus sign. Then expand the World folder. Find the WGS 1984 Web Mercator Auxiliary Sphere coordinate system and click to highlight it. Examine the coordinate system properties. Click OK to accept the new coordinate system. Click on the Pan tool and use it to adjust the position of the world map in its data frame. On the main menu bar, choose Help, ArcGIS Desktop Help. Click on the Search tab and enter Mercator. Click Ask. Click on the Mercator entry and read about the Mercator projection. Click on the Contents tab in the Help and then click on Locate Topic. This will show us an entire book about map projections. Close the Help window or minimize it for use later. Double-click on the United States data frame to open its properties and click the Coordinate System tab. Scroll to the bottom of the tree if necessary, find the Layers folder and expand it. This will show you the coordinate systems of the layers currently in your map. Click on the Oregon Statewide Lambert Coordinate System and click Apply. Move the window aside to see the map. In the data frame properties, click on the North America Equidistant Conic Coordinate System to set it to something more appropriate. Click Apply. Scroll up on the Coordinate Systems tree and find the Geographic Coordinate Systems folder. Click to expand it, and then also expand the North America folder. Scroll down and find the NAD 1983 coordinate system. Examine it in the lower box and click Apply. Still on the Coordinate System tab, find the Projected Coordinate Systems folder. Expand it, and then expand the Continental folder and the North America folder. Find the USA Albers Contiguous Equal Area Conic Coordinate System and click to select it. Click OK to set the coordinate system of the data frame. From the main menu, choose Help, Desktop Help. Click on the Search tab and type ArcGIS Online. Click Ask. Click on the entry, adding an ArcGIS Online data. Read through it, and then close the Help. Click on the Save button to save your current map. Click the New Map button and choose to start at the top with a blank map. Click OK. Click the Data View button to look at the data frame view. Click the Add Data drop-down triangle and choose Add Base Map. Select the Streets Base Map and click Add. Use the Zoom In tool to zoom into your home state and then into your hometown. Zoom to your neighborhood and find the street that you live on. Then zoom back out to the full extent and zoom into the continental U.S. Click on the Add Data drop-down again and choose Add Data from ArcGIS Online. Type Weather in the search box. and click the Search button. Examine the U.S. Weather Warning Service, which should be near the top. Click on the Details link and review the information about this service. Click the Add link to add the service to your map. Once it appears, examine the map to find where weather warnings have been issued today. Yours will look different because this map is updated continuously. Right-click the U.S. Weather Warnings group layer name and choose Properties. Examine the Source tab. Note the service URL and the coordinate system. Then click on the Advanced tab. Move the layer transparency slider to about 50% and click OK. Now you'll be able to see the underlying base map underneath the warnings. Click on the Identify tool on the main toolbar and click one of the weather polygons to get information about it. Examine the attributes of several other polygons, and then close the Identify window. Expand the U.S. Weather Warnings group subheadings to see the legend information. Click on the Add Data button and navigate to the MGIS Data Oregon folder. Select the My Airports layer and click Add. Right-click the Airports layer and choose Zoom to Layer. Now you can see if any of the airports are under weather warnings today. Right-click your Airports layer and choose Remove. Return to the full extent and then use the Zoom In tool to zoom into your home state again. Right-click the layer's data frame name and choose Properties. Click the Coordinate System tab if necessary and examine the coordinate system. Scroll and collapse the folders as necessary to find the Projected Coordinate Systems folder. Then find the State Plane folder and expand the NAD 1983 meters folder. Choose a coordinate system for your state. And then click OK. The map will be redrawn to a less distorted view of your state. Click the Add Data drop-down button and choose Add Data from ArcGIS Online. Enter your home state's name in the search box and search for data. Select an interesting map service or layer package and add it to the map. Click the New Map button on the main menu bar to open a new blank map. You may save the previous map if you wish. Click the Add Data drop-down and choose Add Data from ArcGIS Online. Type the term imagery in the search box and search. Examine the details of the World Imagery Service and then add it to the map. On the Tools toolbar, click the Find button and click on the Locations tab. Choose the World Geocode Service locator. In the single-line input box, type New York City, and then click Find. Right-click the first entry in the bottom of the window and choose Zoom to. Move the Find window out of the way. Set the map scale to 1 to 100,000. You can zoom in more to see even greater detail. Choose Bookmarks, Create Bookmark, and type New York for the name. Click OK. In the Find window, type your full home address into the single-line input box and click Find. If it finds it, right-click it and choose Zoom to. Then right-click it again and choose Add Point. Move the window aside to see how well it did at finding the house. Choose Bookmarks, Create Bookmark. Set up a bookmark for your home and click OK. Then close the Find window.